We're at the Harbor Center in Buffalo, New York at the annual showcase tournament for the Ontario Junior Hockey League, and Sean Flanagan rather joins me now, assistant coach from Cornell University. And Sean, what is it that you look for when you come to an event like this that put on by the Ontario Junior Hockey League?
Oh, it's great. It's a great opportunity for a lot of schools that get out. We're not really off and starting our full year yet, so a lot of schools can get out and see the teams all at once in one spot. 2 games each. It's great just to identify certain players we know of and to see them right off the bat as the seasons get going, and kind of identify guys to follow up on throughout the rest of the year.
What is it the Ontario Junior Hockey League brings to your game that is so attractive? Because there's a lot of scouts and a lot of coaches out here today.
I mean, Ontario is obviously one of the best provinces in Canada that produces hockey players, and obviously the OHL, and there's a ton of kids that have had great success going to the NCAA and on to pro hockey, whether it's the American League, NHL, or pro in Europe. Tons of players come out of Ontario every year that go on, and there's a great hockey sense. There's a lot of skill, a lot of skating, but certainly there's a lot of players that are produced out of the OJ because they get a little bit of extra time. 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds that have that extra time to develop and get stronger, and they go to the NCAA and they get a few more years of development.
Obviously the CHL can't produce players for you, but you guys are able to draw on the Ontario Junior Hockey League and the other leagues across Canada. You've got a proud history of hockey at Cornell over the years. People like Ken Dryden have gone through your program.
Yeah, we've had a lot of guys from Ontario, dating back to obviously his years, and even recently, last couple decades, a lot of guys have come from Ontario, where they played in the OJHL, the OJHL, all the way up to the Ottawa League. We've had tons of players from Ontario come, not just to Cornell, but to a lot of the ECAC schools, hockey schools, and even schools in the Midwest. They produce a lot of players, and schools will always be coming out here to find them.
What is it that makes the NCAA route so attractive? That's where I was kind of going a moment ago, and I didn't really enunciate it that well for you, but makes it such an attractive product, and Cornell specifically.
I think it just gives you time. You come out of major junior and you're 20 and you got to play pro hockey. A lot of guys don't go into college until they're 19, 20. They get a few extra years of Tier 2 junior, develop, get stronger, bigger, just play more hockey. And then when they go into school, they're in there from 19, 20 to 23, and they come out 3 years stronger. And then they go into pro hockey. They're just more ready. They're a little bit mature. They've been a little battle hardened and gone through some things in those junior ranks, and even the couple years in college. It just gives you a little bit more time to develop and get yourself ready for pro hockey when it's men.
Yeah, a little different philosophy in the NCAA hockey versus the Canadian Hockey League too. They're maybe geared more towards producing professional players right away, whereas you're necessarily not going down that road.
I mean, we are. I mean, certainly there's kids every year that leave after some 1, some 2, a bunch 3, but a lot of guys stay 4 years of school. Again, it just gives you more time to develop and be ready for you when you jump into pro hockey. It's a quick timeline when you get into pro to make it. When you get your shot, you got to make it. And the more ready you can be, the better off you are when those opportunities arise.
Well, Sean, thanks for taking a couple of moments out to talk with us here, and best of luck to you and the Cornell team this year.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.